I don't think it hit. I don't think it went live. So I think we're gonna have to relaunch it here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to just start over. I don't think it ever went live.
Okay, yeah, just hit go live.
I did, but it's not. It's just not.
Okay.
It didn't take. It's like you had to launch the rocket, and the rocket didn't take off.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to redo it. I see Kidda there backstage. We're gonna have to. We'll bring Kidda on and anyone else that wants to rock. So yeah, let's just. I'll end it here. And wait, is it live now? I see Derek just put in the chat, and we live.
Okay, y'all can see us.
There it is. All right, we're live now. We're live, y'all. We're live. All right. What up, Guruuu Nation? We are live here for our early fantasy football talk, as well as the Gen Wealth Dynasty draft order race, y'all. We are killing it. Now we're live. Everyone's chiming in now. We had a little technical difficulties, but the rocket has launched. 2024 fantasy football officially underway. About to be June. It's time to get back in the gym, Bogey.
Yes. War is upon us.
Yes.
Wait for it. Wait for it. It's like a movie, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, we got Kidda back here, right?
Yes, we do. Shout out to Kidda, man. He's got his JETS gear on there.
Yeah.
What up, Kidda?
What up? Horns up.
What's up, man? Yeah, man. Ready to get this draft order race going.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is a Gen Wealth Dynasty, y'all. It's going to be really fun. 12 Savages. We're going to introduce everyone here. We got myself, Bogey, and Kidda. So we've got 9 other Savages to introduce. We've got Candlestick. Shout out to Candle.
Shout out to Brad.
Yeah, we got JD, the Guccini. Shout out to Heart to Start podcast.
Gang.
We got Derek, who's in the chat. Salute. Shout out to Derek. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Derek. And we got Lee in the house. Shout out to Lee. Bolt up.
Shout out to Lee.
Yep, loyal Charger fan. He sticks with him through thick and thin. Tino up in here. Shout out to Tino. Yes, we are live, Tino. We're finally live. We launched. It was a little shaky launch, but we got it.
We weren't even live.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes, but it happens. It happens. And we've got Steamboat. Shout out to Steamboat Joe the Goo.
Yep, Diamond Joe Goo.
Yep. We got Sweetness. Shout out to Sweetness from Bears, Brews, and the Bros, as well as Smokey, aka Fantasy Fornicator.
Sweetness, and shout out to the Smoking Jay.
Yep. And we've got Dennis in there. Shout out to the Ginger Ninja, repping Minnesota.
You feel me?
And then we've got that's everybody. That's everybody. That was everybody. So shout out to everyone, and shout out to anyone that isn't in the league that's watching. Really appreciate y'all. Are gonna give some early fantasy isms after we do this draft order race here. So let's get into it, y'all. Any thoughts, fellas, before we get it rolling?
I mean, we got to. Are we putting are we setting the yards and stuff?
Yeah. I was about to do that here. The minimum, maximum yards traveled per rush. What y'all think? And the chat chime in as well.
Let's go high on that minimum.
Max it.
Okay, so 5 and 10.
Max it.
Max everything? That's going to be over quick if we max everything. So min 4, max 8, and then fastest. Holy, that's going to be the fastest draft order race I've ever seen.
Okay, so should we put everything slows?
Maybe put normal speed.
This is going to be wild.
Yeah, I've never done the fast. Y'all want to just do the fastest? Derek says max it.
Yeah.
Let's just max it. All right, we're going to do it. First time maxing it. We're maxing it. We're maxing it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're off. Oh, now 3, 2, 1. We're off. There they go. They're rolling. They're sprinting. Who's gonna get? There you go. There you go. Oh, Steamboat. What the? Oh my goodness. No. Oh, I got 4th. I'll take that. That was crazy. Oh, that was over like that. Oh my goodness. Woo! Woo, man, that was crazy. So shout out to Steamboat Joe the Goo. Got first.
Hater.
Tino got second. Tino's living right. I know he's not mad. Tino's not mad. Smokey third. I got fourth. Good. JD fifth. Candlestick sixth. Lee 7. Dennis 8. Derek 9. Kid at 10. Bogey 11. Sweetness 12. Oh my God. Max it. Y'all said max it. We maxed it.
Here we go. I gotta make some calls real quick. Is Steamboat in the chat?
I didn't see him. But he's got first, so yeah, whatever pick he wants. You know, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna tap in live with Steamboat Joe the Goo.
Yeah, we're gonna bother everyone.
Yep.
Because Tino will be on.
Tino's in the chat. Tino's in the chat. He'll know. Smokey, we have to hit up Smokey and JD.
Yeah.
Ken Candlestick. Lee's in the chat. Dennis.
What up, Lee?
Have to hit up Dennis. Derek's in the chat. Kid is here. What is you're here? And then Sweetness. Well, Sweetness just gets whatever he gets. I mean, he doesn't have a choice.
Yeah. Okay. God damn it. Pick up the goddamn phone. See about. Of course, he's the first one.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I didn't want to be up there. I wanted to, whatever fell to me is kind of like where I wanted to be, because I always seem to jump up too early, and like I feel like that third round reversal. There's not much before going up early.
Let everyone jump up high and pick all the high things. Wherever the universe places me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, if 12's still there, I might take 12.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you be the one that gets 3. You're the only one that gets 3 in the top 25. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So it'll be tempting, but you know, it's just. I mean, I feel like the quarterbacks. I mean, it's like the way my rankings have it. It's like
I think he's in Vegas right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, I might take 12. Honestly.
You're what? You're fourth.
Yeah, assuming 1, 2, 3 or the.
Okay, I know you're in Vegas, right? Okay, real quick. So you won the draft order race, you son of a. You know what? Your mom's a nice lady, so. It's all a part of the plan. We're live right now, so it was.
Shout out to Steamboat.
So you get the illustrious first choice of where you want to draft, and you are aware of the third round reversal, etc. So. He will be taking the number 1 overall. He is not playing with the game.
Okay, number 1 is off the table.
All right, Diamond Joe. Win some money. Put it on red. Put it on red.
Bang, bang.
And he's taking offers. Yes. Well, we're not launching the draft just yet. We're going through the order first, though. All right.
Yep. All right. So Steamboat at 1. Tino, what you want? Let us know, Tino. And then hit up Smokey.
Tino, what you want, Tino?
Tino takes 2. All right, so 1, 2 goes as expected. So Smokey's up next. Out to Fantasy Fornicator. Smoking Jay from Bears, Brews, and the Pros.
Okay, let's call Smoking Jay real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, check it out. The link's in the chat. All right, peace. Okay. Now we call. Oh yeah.
Smokey.
Starting a FaceTime call to Jonathan.
So 1 and 2's off the board?
Right. 1 and 2 off the board.
Smoke Dog.
Yep.
Come on, Smokey.
Tina says, bro, what's this song's name? That shit's fire.
Don't worry. I'll send you the link. It's like I'm gonna chop it up. I found that sample last night on the mushroom. I was like, oh my, it's by Aphrodite's Child. I go down all kind of rabbit holes and I go through different fucking eras and different genres just to find little nooks and crannies. You know what I mean? That shit's stupid though. I was like, we're using that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's just let's text him real quick.
Oh, he didn't pick up. All right. Oh, good. So, in the meantime, while we wait, I guess we'll start. Yeah, kid, they got the Jets gear on, man. How you feeling about Brees and G-Dub, man? Are you thinking them boys are going to be the, first, second round guy? Well, Brees is for sure first round and single QB, and then G-Dub got to be probably second, maybe even like on the first, second, third.
Redraft?
Like, yeah, we're talking. Yeah, redraft. Yeah, you thinking them boys are gonna really live up to that with Rodgers back healthy?
Well, what I like about Brees is that he had the most catches of
Right.
last year. So
Yeah.
to me, his ceiling might not even have been achieved because the offense is just going to move a lot better, and his touchdown number is going to go up. Overall, if he's on that field, man, he's going to be the number one weapon. Garrett Wilson, I like what they did for him with getting Malachi Corley, so they could use Malachi, Garrett Wilson, even Mike Williams.
Yeah, big Mike Williams has stretched the field.
I mean, like those are pieces that aren't gonna like really be the fantasy players that we want them to be, maybe, but for the in real life football, I think that's gonna allow Garrett Wilson to have a little bit easier time out there, and he might have his breakout because he's been steady, but nothing that I've been.
I think he can get north of 1,200 yards with Rodgers easily.
That's very realistic. I mean, in a 17-game season, I don't see that being too hard to achieve.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue here. And then the touchdowns is what I think.
Yeah, that's what he needs to get better at. Yeah,
I think the touchdowns will put him up because, for the one, I think the biggest thing I would worry about with someone like a G-Dub is even the same way I would worry about Rodgers in fantasy is that like Brees could just rush it in down there and steal it all from everyone.
I mean, they're going to have a game plan for every team. So some weeks they might be throwing 400, 500 yards through the air with Rodgers, and then some weeks it's going to be like those 3 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, whoever they're playing up against, we know they go up against the Patriots, and they're going to have a different game plan for the Patriots as they do the Giants. So whatever, I like the idea that the team did things to make Rodgers have something to work with.
Yeah, they definitely helped him out there. That Corley pick was really good. The Mike Williams signing, if he's healthy, he'll definitely stretch the field to where, this Jets offense, as long as Rodgers can stay on his feet, I mean, they're going to be at least mid-pack, probably upper mid-pack for sure.
Yeah.
Because last year it was pretty bad, but when you've got all those weapons, and I know he's old, but Rodgers, when he's right, is one of the best quarterbacks. To where that's just one of those things. The ceiling, we don't know what the ceiling could be. I say upper, it might be elite. I mean, if Rodgers all of a sudden has a reawakening, if the Achilles is like, maybe he's better off the Achilles. I mean, I wouldn't expect that, but you never know. I mean, he's a guy that when everyone doubted him, in 2020, he went and won back-to-back MVPs. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yep. So that'll be interesting. And as far as the Patriots, man, as you bring up the Patriots, fucking Drake May, I think could be something in the second half. But the names that I'm really looking at, man, Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. Have y'all gotten a chance to scout them much? I've been hearing a lot of big things about Baker. I feel like Polk might be the one that's getting kind of slept on because Baker's the one, he's the big talker and saying he's going to be the shit. But Polk's the one that has the higher draft capital.
Where's Baker at? Cincinnati, right?
No, they're both
Patriots.
Oh,
they're both the Patriots.
Baker's he's the later round guy. That's right.
He's the later round guy that's talking a gang of shit, and I mean he's really talented, but we'll have to see if he can.
Yeah, I like Polk a lot too. He was visible out there with Washington, but who really brought light to me was Steve Smith. I'm watching his pre-draft analysis and he had Polk and Corley as 2 of his not necessarily like sleepers, but 2 guys that he was.
If they land somewhere, they were going to be some guys. Steve Smith, he was on Corley.
Hands, Corley was a gadgety type of player, but that was a team that relied on him to have the ball and get those yards after contact. So Polk is a guy that can play a number 2 role, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him in New England become a number one role and really give them some solid, catches. Because I would like to see him turn into like a 100 catch a season guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown. That would be like the ideal situation for Polk. I don't think he's going to be a Justin Jefferson or Chase or the CD, but he could be like an Amon-Ra type of receiver and be like a
target hog.
Yeah, because he dropped the ball. He gets he gets open and catches them fuckers.
So you got
let's pull it up. Where's Lee? Lee's 7th.
Yeah, everyone's gonna pick their picks first. So we're waiting on my man Smokey. He's he got the 3rd overall, so he gets to pick from 3 to 12 are available for him. And then when it gets to you, you pick from what's available. Now, does that help your draft position? I don't get it. It's 3rd round reversal, so you could it's to each his own. You know what I mean? If you draft towards the back, when it reverses, you're higher up in the reverse. You know what I mean? The first 2 rounds are just like a regular. Yep. Oh, he's putting his game plan out there. He's putting the game plan out there. Yeah. All right, Lee. Fuck is that?
Really? Oh, that's a really good baseball player.
Oh.
He's a defending NL MVP.
Man.
Oh, yeah, tough. He did. Yep, that is tough. Braves are screwed. But I'm not a Braves fan, so that's whatever. Sucks for him, though. I mean, he's a great talent. Sucks for baseball to have a guy like that get hurt.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, but anyway, that Polk takes interesting, kid. I'll have to take note of that, especially even in redraft. I mean, shit, Amon-Ra's a guy as a rookie. It took him a little while, but once he got going, he was a league winner as a rookie in redraft.
Yeah.
Oh, sweetness on speaker.
So I think, Jalen Polk and May could be a really nice duo. And then the other teams in that division, we'll just kind of go division by division. I mean, shit, the Bills, man, what's going on over there? I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. You got the rookie Keon Coleman. They also got Khalil Shakir in there, Curtis Samuel, Dalton Kincaid. I mean, so many options. We know Josh Allen's going to sling it. It's just, will any of those guys, Kincaid, it's pretty safe to say he'll be relevant for fantasy. But outside of Kincaid, will any of those receivers be fantasy relevant for just, the 12-man leagues? I'm not so sure, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm in the wait and see boat as well. I'm not trying to get any of those guys real high. I mean, I like Shakir.
Same. You get him late. He goes late in these redraft mocks, so I don't mind him.
Yeah, I don't mind having a piece of him. He's been in the system. He's got some sort of maybe advantage on the depth chart. If anybody's gonna be on the field all the time, it might be him. And then we'll see Keon Coleman. He was a polarizing type of receiver pre-draft. Whether or not he was going to be a first-round guy or if he's going to fall, I like the idea that he's already been the number one guy and he knows how to command targets. So maybe he goes out there and shows the team that he should be the guy that Allen looks for, but we'll see. I don't really have an opinion on anybody other than Josh Allen. James Cook is interesting, but with the running backs, if you're not super elite, it's hard to say like what that season's going to turn into, especially with Josh Allen being able to carry the ball 12 to 15 times through the end zone. That really takes a lot away from your running back on the Bills.
Right. And Tino saying, I think the big question is, can Josh Allen win the big game? Dude has had a few good teams. Now it's looking worse. I think he can win the big game.
He's still going to be a fantasy stud. That's all.
Yeah, no, I think he's the kind of guy. He'll make the weapons, bro. Like with Drew Brees and the motherfuckers, Tom Brady, they make the weapons. They make the weapons, man. Like, and I think Allen's like got enough here. Like, I mean, Kincaid's really good. James Cook will do his thing. And then Keon, Shakir, Samuel. Shakir did well in Joe Brady's system. Curtis Samuel's a guy that had a career year in Joe Brady's system back when they were in Carolina together. Samuel had over 1,000 yards from scrimmage, I believe, that year with Joe Brady. And then Keon Coleman, kind of a raw prospect, but I think once he finds his stride, he could have a big second half. And then they brought in MVS. I know he's nothing special, but he'll be a good stretch in the field guy. You know, just somebody that they have to kind of
block down the field too.
And he can block, exactly. Yeah, he's a guy he's not going to be fantasy friendly, but for real life, he's someone that could help free things up for a guy like Keon or Shakir. So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, Josh Allen ain't going anywhere. Josh Allen is still my QB1. I am not tripping about Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's I feel the same way. It's like they're a wait and see team, but we can count on Stallion.
I think the Stallion's better than Romo, bro, because Romo, they'd always give him like stack team, and he just
Romo used to almost go for 5,000, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he was nice for fantasy, yeah, because of Tino saying Allen, but Allen hadn't really choked all that bad. I mean, he's having to face fucking Mahomes. It's like Mahomes is this generation's
Allen got playoff wins under his belt.
Yeah, and he's got playoff wins under his belt. Yeah. I mean, Allen's fine, bro. I don't think Allen's a choke.
I think Romo got like one playoff win under his belt.
Yeah, Romo and Dak. Now that's similar. That's the Cowboys, the same team, same bullshit. Josh Allen, though,
Dak
I think he's going to eventually bring them to the promised
If it wasn't for the DeMar Hamlin game, Josh Allen would be the 4-time repeat number 1 overall.
What up, buddy? Okay, we're on live. Glad you called. So you got third in the race, and the first place was Steamboat. He took the 1.1. Second place was my birthday twin Tino. He took the 1.2. So you have 3 through 1.3 through 1.12 available to you.
Yeah, let me go with 1.8.
Okay, he wants that 1.08. Nice choice.
All right, 1.08.
You know what I mean? He's right there, snug in the middle. You know what I mean? Pause. No Diddy. I won't take too much of your time. I know you're at the party. Tell the missus I said happy birthday, and then y'all have a good one.
For sure, man. Love y'all.
Yep. Love, brother. Peace.
Yeah, all love, Smokey. Yep. Oh, fuck, man. This is tough, man. Oh, man. I was hoping he'd just take 3.
Your 112 is right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's amazing. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, take your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'll milk it a little bit. Let's get through the AFC East here. We'll talk about the Dolphins, and then I'll make my decision. So, with them, bro, I mean, shit, Devon A-Chain, y'all, how we feeling? I mean, shit, the motherfucker averaged like 7 yards a carry, but he's a little smaller back to where I just I'm tempted, but I feel like there's too many red flags for me to invest a super high pick.
He has like this wide range of outcomes to me, like finish as a top 5 guy for real. Because if he just has all these breakaway house calls and like receptions and to the house and shit like that, he could damn near finish top 5 if he never got hurt and he got like anywhere from 12 to 15 touches a game and was just very efficient, like the 7 yards a carry, shit like that. But he could also finish like an RB2 for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Below an RB2 even. You know what I mean? What's Jalen Wright going to be? You know what I mean? Is my man Radio Raheem still going to be surfing into the end zone and just be that trusty guy until he's hurt? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think Raheem is still being undervalued. What was he? RB5, top 5 guy last year?
Yeah.
Like, all because of his age, right? And I was targeting him, redraft, dynasty, doesn't matter.
He was a league winner last year. He was a league winner.
You got all the Mosters, bro. That's why you went far in a lot of the choice too, though.
Yeah, Mostert is a fucking dog, bro, and I don't think he's going away. I mean, shit, he's still there. So yeah, I'm like, I mean, I get the A-Chain craze to a degree, but I'm to the point where I don't think I'm gonna have many shares of him because people are just going too much with him. And then,
I think when the field shrinks, they got to do something to keep Tua from getting contacted. Mm-hmm. So they just rely on the run, and if their offensive line is as good as they were last year, they're gonna create some space and allow him to get in there. You'd rather have Raheem choke the ball rather than A-Chain because we all know
OBJ can block too. That's why they brought him in there.
Have to have some sort of mass on you. You know, it's like A-Chain is great between the 20s, but
he's a wee little man.
Yeah. He's got some breakaway speed, but there's they added Malik Washington, Taj Washington, who I
they had the Washington boys. They could be special.
Washington guys, I like them. Don't sleep on those guys. I know Waddle.
They also added OBJ too. So like, and he's not going to be an every down guy, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So they're always like they're going to kill it with some what's 3 wide receivers? Is that 21 or is that 11 personnel?
I think it's 21. I think I'm not sure. I'm not a coach, but that sounds right.
Yeah, they're gonna, you're gonna see like 3 wide receiver sets out of them a lot this year, just based on the personnel that they got now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah, I'm trying to decide here. Oh, and then Waddle versus Hill. Some people are saying, that Waddle's like closed the gap this year, but that seemed to me that was still very much Tyreek's. He was still very much the alpha over there.
We're only a season removed from them finishing as 2 top 8 receivers, right? Because I think he was 8, and then Tyreek was top 3. It was back in 2022. So it's possible, but and Waddle, it was just the injuries. If you ask me, last year, you know what I mean. He just got hurt, and then he
he was never right last season. Right. Yeah. He just never could get right. So I think Hill for this year is still the guy, but for Dynasty, I think I was rather Waddle because he's a lot younger and he's gonna be the guy when it comes to getting paid. He's gonna get paid, bro. And at that point, they might just cut Tyreek Hill. I know that sounds crazy now, but I mean these teams think ahead, and with Tyreek Hill's age, it's like, it happened with him with the Chiefs. I mean, he's still in the prime of his career, but he wanted too much money, and they had to move on. And
they did win 2 without him.
Exactly. So I mean, I think when it comes to when Waddle has to get paid, it's like I know Tyreek Hill's great, but let's be real in the postseason, bro. I mean, he sold, man. I know the weather was shitty, but I mean, he really sold bad in that playoff game against the Chiefs. He got shut down in that game.
High low on Tyreek Hill in Dynasty.
He did not show up.
Yeah, get him in Dynasty because people they're gonna remember that too. They're gonna be like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, no, he is a good buy low in Dynasty. I feel like because everyone's gonna be, he's too old, he's washed. But it's like, he freaking led the league in receiving last year. So yeah, I'll take him if he comes at a discount.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but I got a round in mind for him. I'm not jumping to get him. I do think that he could easily get the number 1 wide receiver again.
Sure.
And I honestly think that like money is probably the most important thing with the guys. So even though he says, he only wants to play for 2 more years, if he gets one of those massive contracts, he's gonna take it and he'll play. He'll play until the.
I'll play for 4 more years.
Because he keeps getting paid, bro. Yeah, he keeps getting paid.
I don't think his podcast is taking off yet. Not to knock the guy, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I hope he don't pull a
Patrick
Beverly.
He's about to have 11 kids.
Yeah, he's got like 11 kids now, right? Yeah, no wonder he's worried about always wanting to get paid. Pay all that child support. Shit.
Yeah, and he don't get the endorsements like all these other players because he's so polarizing. He's like
right. He had the allegations. Yeah.
I mean, what he needs to do is he needs to like link up with like Planned Parenthood or something, and then he'd be in the commercial talking about, "Hi, I'm Tyreek. I'm NFL superstar Tyreek Hill. I got 11 kids. Wear condoms."
Isn't that a nonprofit?
Yeah. I don't ever see ads for them.
Okay.
No, he should be on he should be on the condom commercials and be like, unless you be balling like me, man, just wrap up, man. I want just be
And
real.
then
Like, if you're not making money like me, you can't afford no 11 kids. Well, Philip Rivers balling too. I mean, shit, if you got millions, it's different. But we are
that van full of like fucking 18 kids.
Yeah, the freaking like the white people summer camp van.
He's on his pathway to have the Messiah, the
white Jesus, bro. He's saved by white Jesus.
Yeah, that freaking
Perfect Nugan.
Oh man! All right, before we get too far down the rabbit hole, I'm gonna announce my selection here. And it's just one of those things where I just gotta do it. I'm tempted to go crazy and go with a later pick, but I'm gonna go with the 103.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to do it there. You know, I just feel like with the QBs, they're so scarce to where I don't want to risk a big QB run and then getting left out in the cold. So I'm going to take the 103 to ensure I get one of those big dog signal callers.
Yeah, really. As we go down the line on these divisions, there's one quarterback that I really like to talk about, and I'll wait till he gets there. But it's been interesting offseason seeing the change that this particular individual has gone through. It's quite wild, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Who's
Wild,
up next?
you don't know nothing about Wild. Hit it.
What are you talking about? Oh, shit. I got my shot here. Kicking off this. I'm only going to do one of these.
Hell yeah, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Yep, JD up next.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll hit up the fella.
Yeah. Call Guccini.
Calling JD.
The fella. You know, man. Thank you, Siri. Let's see if we can't get the fella on the line.
Your call has been forwarded to.
People's got festivities going, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sunday, Memorial Day tomorrow. You know, people probably getting ready for all that. We grilling.
You know, somebody tag him in the chat too.
Hell yeah.
He's be like, the draft pick.
Yeah, pick your draft pick, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Shit. Yeah, let's see. Well, I don't know if I'll have time to do all the divisions. I guess we'll just do y'all want to do like one or two more before we sign off?
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll just go with the AFC here, the AFC North. Lamar, what do y'all think of this Lamar weight loss shit? He supposedly lost like 20 pounds. He definitely looks like he has. He looks a lot skinnier. Y'all think that's good or bad? Because
he never stops running, so that's that helps. You're lighter, but it also doesn't help if you're gonna blast it type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I don't really like it because it's like you're smaller like that. You're not gonna be as effective near the goal line. I think that's good news for the King Henry, bruh.
I will
that
say
tells me they're just gonna be if it's near the goal line, they're giving it to Henry.
But here's the thing: is like I will say like the King Henry could legit get 20 tugs in this offense just based on the fact that someone like Gus Edwards had 13 last year. You know what I mean? And you go down the years prior, there's always a running back that's getting close to double digits on the ground as far as rushing tugs go. Here's one thing too: is that at the end of the day, you look at Lamar's rushing touchdown totals, they've never been that high. He's like a lock to get like close to a thou wow or whatever on the ground, or at least that's what his ceiling is, right? But the rushing tugs are never really there like that. You know what I mean? It's not like Josh Allen where it's like, you know what I mean? He doesn't run as crazy as a Lamar Jackson, but he gets crazy rushing totals as far as the tugs go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a slider. He knows how to avoid the contact. He's not out there trying to be a running back. He's just the fastest guy out on the field. So if he sees a hole, he's going to take off. But as soon as those DBs close in and he can't make the juke, then he's going to get down. And he's been doing that for his whole career. Really, he hasn't really been a bruiser. Freaking. I think what happens is that when you lose 20 pounds, your stamina is going to go up. And then later on in the game, he's not going to be as tired, so maybe he can still utilize his speed late in the game as opposed to years past when he could have been a little bit tired and really not as eager to take off if there was an opportunity. Because let's face it, he don't really got very many targets out there. When Mandrews is not on the field, who's he going to be throwing it to? Zay Flowers? Is he really a number one guy that's going to put up like that 1,400-yard season with 100 catches, or is he going to be a nice piece that is something that I'm kind of always concerned with the Ravens is who's he going to throw it to if Mark Andrews isn't on the field?
Yeah, the thing with their offense, I mean, even though it's no longer Greg Roman, it's still pretty run heavy. I mean, they brought in an all-pro running back with Derrick Henry, so that tells me it's still gonna mainly be a lot of running. I mean, they let OBJ walk. They drafted Devontae Walker. He could be sneaky, and then Nelson Aguilar put up some sneaky good numbers last year. So, like, I mean, nothing really that's fantasy relevant, but I mean, Mandrews should be back. He'll be a top 5 tight end again. And then Zay Flowers, I mean, he's kind of like a joker chess piece. You could just put him kind of all over the place. And he's someone that I think from scrimmage will rack up anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 from scrimmage. And he'll probably get 100 to 200 on the ground as well. So, and he might get a rushing tug or two, probably catch 5 or 6. So, I mean, Zay will probably never be a WR1 in that offense, but I think he's a solid 2 with upside.
Yeah, I like the player. The situation is
it's not the best because they're just not a high volume passing team.
Yeah, but I do like Tez Walker.
He could be nice.
With Drake May was pretty cool. When I was doing my scouting, Walker was probably the go-to guy, and he made some pretty circus crazy catches. I liked seeing that.
Facts. Yeah, I think he might actually be he'll be an upgrade over Odell. Odell's getting up in age.
Yeah. It'll be nice to see Tez get out there and play with the big boys.
Yeah. Oh, we're forgetting about a Bateman. Bateman, they expected him to take a step up, but he's always hurt, it seems like.
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of like fell off the wagon for that guy. I mean,
it's a season. I
have a couple shares, but it's not like he's never earned his way into the starting lineup. I'm not starting him anywhere soon. I would fucking sell him for like a 3rd or a 4th round next year, but he can't even. You can't even get that type of value.
I was about to say I have him in the Dynasty 14. I'm probably just gonna hold him and hope he does something. It's like he ain't getting but a bag of chips for him at this point, so he might as well just hold.
Yeah.
Same in the same boat with Rashee Rice, at all his legal shit. I'm just gonna hold on Rashee Rice. I'm not selling right now.
I sold pre-incident, so
there you go. That was good. I bet you got a nice haul.
Yeah, I forget what I was looking for, but with the Titans, I think it was the 2nd overall in the rookie draft with a couple other pieces. I think Pickens was in there, and then a 2nd and a few later rounds or something like that. But
damn, all that for Rashee Rice?
No, he was.
You threw in some stuff too. Okay.
And some other pieces, but Rashee was probably
the main player
piece. Trade. Yeah,
I hear you. Oh yeah, because pre-incident, I mean, shit, people were thinking he might be like the next Tyreek Hill. Mahomes go-to wide receiver, and with Kelsey getting old.
Yeah, he really had fell into a situation where he could be successful because those other wide receivers in KC, they're trash.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Worthy, I think could be pretty good, but I don't think he's a 1. And then Hollywood Brown is what he is. So I still have hope for Rashee Rice. As long as he doesn't get popped with a huge suspension. And I think they said they were like, wouldn't they say they were dropping the charges, or they just something happened recently that was good for him? With all that,
he's been paying all the medical and making sure that family has been taken care of through his own pocket. So no legal orders. It's all been him.
Okay, good.
And that's probably the smartest thing I felt that he's done with this situation is doing that. every other like step of the way, it's been very questionable. It's like, oh shit, it's making all his prior moves have really made him look like the bad guy. Like he didn't do anything right if I was in his shoes. But taking care of the family has really gone a long way, supposedly.
Yeah. All right. So we got a shout out to Lee giving us some updates here. They dropped the assault charge. That was it. But the 8 counts he still has coming out. And then Derek with an update of Tom Palacero reports the charges against Rashid Rice stemming from an assault at a Dallas nightclub have been dropped. Okay. Yeah. That was the second thing he had. So that's been dropped. But not the car. The car situation still ongoing. I think he's gonna. And the car situation was bad. He's gonna get at least 6 games because of that, and he might get a couple more because of the club situation. So he'll probably, to guess, get at least 8 games from all this. But once he comes back, I mean, he should be fine.
Yeah, it's still sketchy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't touch him in redraft. I mean, 8 games, that's too much. I mean, that's too much of the season gone unless you can get him like in the double-digit rounds. But I am not investing an early pick on him in redraft because that's just too much too many games missed. I mean, and yeah, I agree, Lee. 6 to 8 games at the minimum.
Yeah, at the minimum, really. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to me is the minimum. 8 is more realistic. 10 is probably like worst case scenario, but yeah. So anyway, let's move on to talk to Ravens. The Browns, man. I mean, Deshaun Watson, can he stay healthy? I mean, it sounds like the shoulder, it's still kind of barking. I'm just starting to think he's a bust, man. I just see it. If he's gonna ever do it for Cleveland, it's gotta be this year. If he sucks again this year, it gets hurt. It's time for them to just admit they fucked up. I feel like.
Yeah, and for some reason he's got a lot of pull on whether or not he plays.
A lot of pull.
Feels good.
I see what you did there. And you got hell of money.
Yeah.
So Guccini got back to me, but
okay.
he totally misunderstood what I said because he's like, give me the 1.01. I'm like, no, that because I gave him a list of what's not available.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean?
So you got to get back to him.
Yes, I'm like, but I know he's laid up right now because you know what I'm saying. I think he was like half right here. He said, "Now I'm half asleep right now. Give me 1.01." Like, no, respond back to me. I would assume he's trying to take the highest. So
probably 1.04. Then that's the highest left.
I text him that.
Oh well, he'll get. I mean, we're not gonna do the slow draft till during the week.
So we got time.
Yeah, so no rush. But yeah, anyway, JD then Candlestick, Lee, Dennis, Derek, Kid of Bogey, Sweetness.
Yeah.
For those wondering, I got Steamboat got 101, Tino got 102, Smokey got 108, and I got 103.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be somewhere. I just don't know where. All right. I got 11.
What it's worth.
Yep.
I got 11, so I literally get to choose from the last 2 spots.
Yep. The coin flip
choice.
Yep. So, and then as far as a running back, man, Nick Chubb coming off the injury, Jerome Ford did okay filling in for him last year, not that great. They also brought in Donta Foreman, so the biggest question here: will Nick Chubb ever be the same after that gruesome injury?
I mean, if they can get into the postseason, I think that's when, like, you know what I mean, he'll be good for them. But I think he's going to start on the PUP. Unless
that was a bad injury.
Because I know they said he was running straight lines already, but let's get cutting and you know what I mean. Let's see.
Let's see if they have any updates.
It's also the age. The age is kicking.
Yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah,
he's really fucking good, and he could pass pro with the best of them, and his hands are slept on. You know what I mean? So they just, he's one of the true workhorses when he is healthy, and I just don't think he'll be healthy to start the year.
Yeah, the latest update, May 2nd, is that a GM said he's progressing nicely, but still has a long way to go.
Yeah. He's always been that type of Wolverine individual where he bounces back really quick. But
he had a gruesome injury at Georgia.
Yeah,
college.
yeah, that's why. And he would have been a first rounder, all things considered, that being a running back, but he fell to the second round to the Browns. And I mean, when he got drafted, it was Todd Haley there, and Todd Haley, anywhere he's at, like they just feed one guy. Before that, he was with the Steelers and had Lev Bell for years. So I was just on the Nick Chubb pick, and I knew it would kick in. It took like 5 weeks before they were just like, all right, trade Carlos Hyde away. Boom.
Yeah.
Chubb time.
Yeah, because Carlos Hyde was killing it there. He was like, I picked him up in some leagues. I mean, this guy's good. And then they trade him. I'm like, oh. But then Nick Chubb started balling.
Yeah, I remember that rookie year. I think it was like week 3. It was Cleveland in Oakland, right? Playing the Raiders. And I think Nick Chubb had a total of 3 touches. And he house called 2 of them for like 50 plus house. Like one was like 70.
He fucking busted a big one. He had over 100 yards on like 3 touches.
2 big ones to the house.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, they're like, all right, get out of here, Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, they knew what they had. So I hope he can bounce back. But redraft, I'm probably not touching him to like the 8th round or so.
Yeah. What was it? And I mean, because I don't think it's the case of like an Alvin Kamara, right? Like, where it's like he's just being suspended and we're just waiting for him. You know what I mean? And that
right, yeah,
value last year. You know what I mean? Like Nick Chubb's legit. Like, if he's on the pup and he comes back like week 8, week 9, then it's a couple weeks to work him in. You know what I mean? So maybe by the fantasy playoffs, but then it's like they got to be in it. You know what I mean? Like, why put Nick Chubb out there if they're not like in it? And like, it's a tough division. It's probably like they say the NFC West is the best division. Which I wouldn't argue because it's, even now Arizona is going to get competitive. So it's like, but outside the AFC West or the NFC West, it's the AFC North. Like they're one of the
AFC North savages. And the NFC North's coming up, bruh. The NFC North, shit. Yeah, they're looking.
Yeah, they got a lot of young QB. I mean, the elder statesman over there in that division is
Jared Goff.
And he's only like 30. I think he's not even 30 yet. He's what, 29? Or is he 30?
Somewhere around there. I think he's over 30 now.
30.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's 29, going to turn 30 this year. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, then the receivers over there, Pooper Scooper, Jerry Jeudy now, Elijah Moore, and Joku. They got a good amount of weapons over there, it seems, but will Watson be able to get them to where they maximize their potential?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not really targeting any of them. I'd say all this, though. Cooper, so consistent. Like, he always gets his numbers at the end of the year. And he's usually stays healthy. Like, I used to be a Cooper hater, but I'm to the point to where, like, if he falls to me in, like, the 5th round, I'll take him. I mean, he just always gets his numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely guys like Say Flowers and Addison are getting drafted before Cooper in some of these redraft leagues still.
As long as he doesn't die, like, okay, how about this? Tyreek Hill led the league in 40-yard plus receptions, right? 40 yards and 40 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was fucking Amari Cooper, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the guy can still stretch the field. He's aged well. I mean, he's getting up there, but he's still like fair.
He got a vicious double move.
Yeah, he's a great route runner.
Yeah.
He's one of the best route runners, man. It's hard to guard him. He's kind of inconsistent from game to game.
You just gotta jam him at the line because he's a little soft at the line. But you know what I mean. But like, he knows how to jab step motherfuckers off the line and you know what I mean. Like he's real technical.
Yeah, he's part of that long line of Alabama receivers, bro. I mean, Coolio, Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, yeah.
Like for the most part,
Waddle, Devonta Smith.
If you talk about what Watson got over there from the Pooper Scooper,
Njoku, Jeudy, Elijah Moore. He's got a lot of shit. He's got no excuses, bro. No excuses.
And like, if they're not gonna open up with Nick Chubb, they should be throwing it more because that's the trend that the Shanahans and the McVays have put out there. Is like, we're gonna run it up and then let our defense beat you up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you know what I mean? Like, I expect them to be one of the higher scoring offenses because especially like the division they're in and like, you know what I mean? It's just Watson could be a sneaky play. I don't want him in dynasty like that, but like he could be a late because we're getting him later.
Yeah, QB2, I mean, shit, as a super flex guy. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want him as my QB1, but it's yeah. But anyway, the Steelers, man, Russ versus Fields, how we feeling?
This is Russ.
Yeah, I think Russ will win the job, but I think Fields will eventually get it from him because in that division, if Russ starts fucking up, bruh, Coach T's gonna make the switch.
That's the thing too. Is like I was saying this early on. Is that like I'm stamping it being Russ week 1 because and like
I think so.
It's really got to be like an injury because if they're I don't think they'll lose games because of him, because of Russ, right? Because Russ takes very good care of the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Very efficient. So it's like, and like if it's really right now with Arthur Smith there, it's who could pick up this playbook faster and look the best out there, and that's definitely gonna be Russ because that's where the veteran shit comes in.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken when you say he takes care of the ball. I think you're looking at the pass to interception ratio.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
A lot.
Yeah, I say with Denver, he was kind of sloppy.
Yeah, if somebody put a hand on him, he dropped the ball. So if he has fumbleitis, then
they're gonna bench his ass.
If you're not, as long as you're not turning the ball over, because you know how it is with Coach T, bro. You turn that ball over, he's like, "Fuck your life."
The problem with Fields is pretty turnover prone.
That's the thing too, and Fields he'll throw the big old turnover.
Yeah, the big old pick six, bro. I think that's why Coach T didn't want any part of Jameis, bro, because Jameis, infamous Winston, greasy pick sixes left and right.
They asked him when the game's on the line and it's 4th and inches, do you hand the ball up or chuck it for the house? He said, "Man, you chuck it for the house."
Russ did that in the fucking Super Bowl.
Call your people, Jameis.
Russ did that in the fucking Super Bowl. He had beast mode at the goal line. Nope, I'm going to throw the ball.
In Russ's defense, first of all, I hate Russ, but in Russ's defense, that was the play that was called. You know what I mean? They remember the years that
he should have audibled out of it.
I mean, yeah, he called the quick out. I mean, shit, it was a 3rd down too. They had a couple shots at it. It wasn't like it's a 4th.
Yeah, he should have audibled out of that. He should have swallowed his pride and been like, "Fuck these coaches, they're idiots. I'm just gonna hand it off." And at that point, he's a 2-time champ, bro.
You know what though? Here's the thing.
He was that close to being a 2-time
He wanted that MVP.
Champ.
He wanted that MVP.
No, that's why his ego got in the way, and he's been cursed ever since.
Because think about this. It's funny too. His birthday's the day before mine. Anyways, you know what I mean? Because he want the glory. I understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, see, now, it goes one way or the other. You know what I mean? And he hasn't quite bounced back since.
No, I don't think. I don't think he lasts. I don't think he lasts. I think Fields eventually gets the job this year because I think Coach T views Fields as the future over there.
Think about this. You cannot threaten him as far as we're talking about Coach T. You can't threaten Coach T and his goddamn winning streak.
Exactly.
Never had a losing record. If they start out 0-4, they're making the switch.
This is their early schedule. I just pulled it up. It was they open at the Falcons, so Arthur Smith gets to face his old team right out the chute. Then at the Broncos, Russ gets to face his old team right out the chute.
Revenge there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to they're 2-0. Let's go.
And then home against the Chargers.
3-0.
At the Colts. Well, in that case, Russ probably will keep the job.
Fuck them. Fuck the Colts.
Then home against Dallas, week 5.
You know what? Fuck Dallas. They're doing it to him too. They let Russ cook.
God damn, Bogey's a Russ lover.
He's not winnable.
The Raiders. They're not winning at the Raiders, bro. Max Crosby's going to kill Russ.
Oh, fumbleitis.
And then the Jets at home. I bet fucking Hassan Reddick's going to crush him there on Sunday Night Football. And then home against the Giants. They've got a good pass rush too, bro, at Thibodeau and Brian Burns.
Brian Burns.
Exactly. Then at the Commandos. That could be trouble. Commandos, their defense kind of bad.
I'm beating the Commandos.
And then home against Baltimore. Then is where the division slate comes in. At Cleveland. God damn, they get 4 division games in a row. At Cincinnati. Then home against Cleveland. Damn, they're going to lose. This is where they make the switch. Yep, when they have home against Cleveland. Yeah, this week, was that week 15, it looks like.
Is that off a bye week? Where's their bye week?
No, their bye weeks.
Because that's usually where they'll make the switch if they still have a
Their bye weeks after that Giants game. It's between the Giants Commanders after week 8 or so.
Okay, so there's probably not a switch happening there.
No, that's what I don't think the switch. The switch probably won't happen till like late November.
So late stretch.
Although I don't know if they're gonna start off as good as you're saying, Bogey. He had them start off like 4-0. Like I don't see that happening. But Derek says we are not losing to the Steelers. I don't know, Derek, y'all looking pretty rough right now, bro. Y'all lost a lot. I mean, who's y'all starting running back?
Hold on, bro. Don't disrespect Zeke Elliott, man.
How much does he weigh now?
Rico, hey man, shout out to Rico Swaddle, bro. Let's go, man.
Yeah, I think Rico might be the guy over there. I think Rico is going to be the value guy in fantasy.
He's like cheap Tony Pasta.
Yeah, exactly.
Rico Pasta, bro.
Yeah, Rico Pasta. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. Because I mean, that's what he's finna be. Just like you know what I mean. He'll be the change of pace guy. He's decent for a hurry up. And when they get down in the red zone, he can catch. Like, you know, he scored a couple of receiving touchdowns last year. So, and you know, they're gonna treat it like how they had Zeke and Tony. But like, I don't see Zeke losing any of that goal line or third down shit because he could pass pro. Like, whoa.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit, who we all know now? The Steelers' weapons, bro. Najee, Jalen Warren, bro. They're saying Najee slimming down, trying to beat a regular guy, the primary guy over there. But Arthur Smith, they do a 2-back system, so I think they'll both do pretty good there. That's an offense that's very fantasy friendly for running backs.
And though Arthur Smith has been known to throw it on early downs too, so we won't have to be like, okay, only like say Jalen Warren gets a lot of third down work, like, oh well, he gets the targets. Like they're gonna throw on early downs too to running backs, especially like that's what highlights something that Russ, one of his late attributes in his career, especially his past 2 years, was just playing the short game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think they could both do pretty good. I mean, shit, to where like the real question is, can Russ or Fields evidence, can they get any of the weapons involved as far as like Pickens and Freiermuth? Are those guys gonna be fantasy relevant? A lot of people are riding Pickens. He's a clear-cut W1. They got nothing else. But it's like, I mean, shit, Atlanta last year, everyone was dick riding Drake London, but look how that turned out. He was a bust. And then Kyle Pitts bust, to where like, I don't know. I mean, Pickens, Freiermuth, yeah, on theoretically they should do well, being that they're the top 2 targets. But if it's such a low volume passing attack, will they even see enough targets to be relevant?
I think last year, if you're trying to compare Atlanta, their quarterback situation is probably their weak point. So
yeah, that's true. Ritter sucks. Fields and Wilson are better than that. Yeah, that's true.
Right. I think Pickens and Freiermuth could break out and really be fantasy liable, not just plugging plays, and they might just be able to solidify your wide receiver 2 and your one of your flex spots with Freiermuth, because
especially in tight end premium leagues.
Yeah, he's got some hands. I like the fact that the fan base gets on him like they do. You know, anytime he touches the ball, the whole stadium, when they're at home, that goes. So the more
and here's the thing too, Arthur Smith, you can look back to Atlanta and his time with Tennessee to see that they utilize the tight end a lot in the red zone and on third down looks. So like, and if, when you slim down the opportunities there with no more Deontay Johnson, I know they have some rookies they have there, but and they brought in some other guys in free agency, but screw them, because then. You know what I mean? It's not going to be – it's going to be a lot of work with the running backs and then George Pickens and then Muth, because that's how they're
it'll be very concentrated at those few guys. So exactly. I think they might have hope. We'll see where they end up in drafts. But our last team before we sign off here, Cincinnati Bengals, they were the cellar dweller last year in the AFC North with Joe Burrow going down. But it's safe to say Joe Shiesty is going to be out for revenge this year.
Yeah, if anybody's going to try and give Casey a run for their money, it's probably this team. Houston, CJ Stroud, that was the guy that I wanted to get to earlier, but Burrow is another guy that's already kind of like he can go toe to toe with the man. So I still like Bengals. You know, they didn't really do much to take me off of their radar in terms of like in real life.
Yeah, and if people are mad at them, good. Let's get them later.
Yeah, buy low, exactly. Yeah, you can buy low on Burrow. The narrative, oh, he's injury prone. It's, I mean, that dude's a warrior, man. Like, he'll be fine, bro.
I'll be proud if Joe Burrow's on my roster and he dies for me.
I mean, I'll be
in the field of battle.
Man, he better not die, bro. We need Burrow, man, a healthy man to help out Jamar Chase and shit, bro. I mean, Chase didn't totally go to shit, you know, with when Burrow went out, but it hurt his production, though.
There was a couple games, and you know how it is in fantasy. It's week to week, and when you draft a first round pick and you use it on a wide receiver, you usually expect them to do the damage every game, and not them to do damage every game.
Okay. We got it. We got the pick. We got the pick spot is in. He will take the 1.04.
All right, 1.04 to JD, the fella, man. So up next here is Candlestick.
Okay, let's call him. More than likely, he likes taking the backhand pause. but I'm pretty sure he might just take the highest available too.
Cool, yeah, 112 still available.
Yeah.
Oh, but we got a question from Scooby Taylor. We'll get to that here. In a little bit.
Okay, let me hit up Candlestick one time, then we'll get to this question because we like helping the people.
100%. That's what we're here for. Guruuu Nation.
I almost might just walk over there type shit. Oh, I think my daughter might be over there kicking it.
Oh, well, you can just wait till after the show. I mean,
no, you know what I mean? I like your Bogey's calls. You know what I mean? It's just a run-on segment that everyone's a part of. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So,
okay,
But let's you want to finish this Bengals talk first? I think once we answer the question, that give us a good. We'll just sign off because it's been running a little long.
Let's answer this question real quick. Actually, let's get to just in case that person's still on. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's get to that. And then if y'all want to put a ball on the Bengals, we can. If not, we'll sign off. All right, I need help. I'm big on London and Ladd this year in Dynasty. Got offered Waddle, Zay, and Keon for them. Is that too much to ignore? No, I'd take that, bro.
Yeah, but you know, the Zay thing is like I want something better than Zay.
But the thing is, you're getting Zay basically like for free. That's a great deal. That's crazy that they'd offer you all that. I would take that for sure, dude.
Where's Zay at? I know he moved around a little bit somewhere.
No,
wait, what?
Baltimore.
He's in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would they? He was their first round pick last year.
Oh, I thought my bad. I thought the wrong Zay.
Zay Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's with the Cardinals now. Oh well, in that case, that would change things. I thought he meant Zay Flowers.
Too. That's
I knew he meant Zay Jones
because he's like, is that too much to ignore? And I'm like, I think I do. I agree with
yeah. Derek's saying I'd take that and run ASAP. Yeah,
Zay Flowers.
Yeah, if it's Zay Flowers, if it's Zay Jones, I'm like, no, he meant Flowers. Yeah, do that shit, Scooby. Yeah. Do that now, dude. Because Keon and McConkey are about. I mean, maybe I'd slightly for McConkey, but they're pretty close. London and Waddle, hell, I'd probably slightly for a Waddle. And you're getting Zay, like, dude, that's a great deal. Take that shit and run.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Before they change their mind, exactly, because then they might, because they've got a hard on for fucking London. Like, oh man, he's gonna be working with Kirk Cousins. Oh man, he's gonna be top 12. Oh my god, yeah, take that shit.
When it comes to London and McConkey, I mean. Like, okay, we've seen flashes from London. McConkey, like, you know, we hope that he could be like a PPR monster. But I think this guy's just scared of Waddle's injury. But you know what I mean? That, you know, he's a guy.
Yep. Hopefully the other guy's not watching because Tina said this is stone cold robbery, veto.
Well, you know what? The people do what they want to do in Dynasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has values. Everyone values everyone differently. So, speaking of that, how we feel about the Bengals backfield? Because I know a lot of people are hyping up Zach Moss, but also there's a camp that really likes Chase Brown.
Yeah, they're both of them. If you're gonna go based off of what is expected. I think you draft Zach Moss and then you try and come back and get Chase Brown a little bit later.
That makes sense.
I had
try to double up with him.
And, and as long as Zach Moss doesn't go too high, because then I will be the guy who will just smooth skip over Zach Moss, and then I'll go ahead and grab Chase Brown later and just hope for the best. Because Zach Moss, one thing, if I was at the teller, right, and I'm about to put a bet, and like, so what's the odds on fucking Zach Moss getting hurt? It's not plus money, you know what I mean? Because he gets hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd want the cuff and Chase Brown when he showed he showed flashes last year.
Yo,
I just got a huge deal.
Okay, we got a trade alert. Okay, run it by me.
All right, it's Jalen Hurts, the draft I was just in, right?
Yep.
All right, he gets let me pull this
Superflex Dynasty with IDPs for context, y'all.
This is Lee.
Yeah, this is Lee.
Shout out to Lee.
Yep.
I get Deshaun Watson, Higgins, Worthy, a third-round pick in 2025, and a first-rounder in 2026.
Jesus.
All right, I give up Amari Cooper, Hurts, and Coleman.
And Coleman?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do this already, right?
I'm not touching it. I'm thinking no because I don't.
Okay, yeah. We'll circle around because we might.
Yeah, Hurts. I mean, the drop down from Hurts to Watson. That's. I think I'd hold on to Hurts. Hurts is the best player.
Yeah, we're not doing that just yet. We'll circle back.
Yeah, let it sit, bro. Let that shit sit for a little bit. That's not good enough to just jump on right away.
And you just finished the rookie draft, so just let
that marinate a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
you got to keep that line of communication open. You know, see people. I'll tap in, Lee. See, that's what's dope is because people usually they'll see something and be like, "Man, fuck this guy," and they'll say the negative response to the person. And
just
let them ever. You can just easily reject it and be like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll think about it." Or
don't even have to reject it right away unless if it offers like total ass, I'll reject it right away. And sometimes if it's really, really ass, I'll DM them and be like, "Come on, bro, like come correct, like don't send me this trash." Like, I mean, yeah. Outside of that, as long as it's like a somewhat respectable offer, I'll tell them like, hey, I'll think about it, and usually send them a counter.
And I think his team lost in the Super Bowl last year. So I'm like, you don't, if you're going to be adding, you're in the business of adding right now. I don't know if that, going from Hurts down to a Watson.
Yeah, no. You don't need. That's like a rebuilding team. Something a rebuilding team would do. If he's a win now team, he should not do that. Because rebuilding, if you're a rebuilding team, you just want to pile up as many assets as possible. If you're in a win now, it's like don't give up your best player.
Yeah, and my quick thoughts on the Bengals is like, when Chase is the man. Higgins, like I worry about him because he's gonna hold out as long as he can before he signs that
man.
Because that'll be like, I think that's like what next month is the deadline. June.
Yeah, like Jermaine Burton, a rookie, bro. He's got a path.
See, that's the guy I mistaken when you said Baker earlier. Burton. Yeah,
Burton. That's the one with the Bengals. He's an Alabama dude. Yeah,
exactly. He got
another Alabama receiver.
Exactly, and like and I mean, another thing too is like I'm interested to see what that offense is exactly going to look like. I mean, I know what to expect Joe Burrow to be a bad motherfucker and be efficient, and as long as they got a healthy running back, they're gonna enforce the run as well because they're always pretty even kill as far as the run pass ratio goes. But like, I do worry about like Bill Callahan and Brian Callahan leaving because Bill Callahan,
that could hurt a little bit.
He's renowned line coach, just like he makes like the shitty lines go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they lost Tyler Boyd. He's with Tennessee. Followed Brian Callahan over there. So, and then they got a Gesicki. Gesicki's gonna be their primary receiving tight end. It looks like Irv Smith went to the Chiefs. So. That'll be interesting. I think Gesicki, he might have some weeks here and there. Won't be a consistent option. Higgins, if he's healthy, he'll be good. I think that Jermaine Burton, though, I think he's a guy in redraft, even though he's a rookie. In redraft, he's someone I'll be targeting, like in that 11th, 12th round range.
I like it. Oh, he's the tight end they got this year. He's a little bit banged up, but when he's healthy, I think he's gonna.
Tanner McLaughlin.
No, Eric.
Wait, what tight end?
Oh, Eric Hall.
Eric Alt.
All. Yeah. He's
Hold on, I'm trying to figure. Wait, I don't even know about this dude.
Okay.
Pick him up.
Eric. Say
in.
it again, kidda. Eric, what's his name?
All.
I don't see. Was he a rookie? They drafted this dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I don't remember him one bit, but he must
got 2 rookies. They drafted 2 rookies.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, he's from. Let's see. Oh, he's an Iowa guy. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, the tight ends be coming out of Iowa.
That's a tight end factory, blood. Yeah. Well, yeah. Good looking out, kidda. Because yeah, man, I need to add him to my list, bro. Eric All, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a little bit hurt right now, but he might get an opportunity this season. Who knows? But
you know who sucks at blocking?
I mean, their tight end room sucks. So like, I definitely think he'll get a chance.
Yeah, he's got to be healthy first, so we'll see.
I like that a lot. And for those in deep leagues, bro, to take note of that. Shout out to Kidda for that. Eric All from Iowa, bro. Bengals tight end. Like he could easily. Probably won't start off the year very good, but I bet by the second half he'll be catching tugs, bro. Because Gesicki, bro, he ain't it. No. Gesicki's nothing special.
Can I, before we sign off, I do want to just ask you fire off some quick thoughts on some of these rookies so far in OTA. So, what do you think about Ladd McConkey?
He's legit. I think the hype's justified there. I mean, Herbert's got to throw to somebody.
Yeah, I do like Josh Palmer, but
he ain't it.
I do like Josh Palmer a lot.
Quentin Johnston ain't it. McConkey's the guy, I think.
Yeah, I do like Ladd. I'm surprised the Niners didn't.
New laddie,
Scottish lad,
the actual laddie.
Yeah, the fact that Slick Rick went above Ladd, I'm like, I didn't get that, but you know. That's a guy, Bogey. What do you think about Slick Rick? I mean,
he's not going to be the out wide guy when say like in the world where there's no more Debo, which will probably be after this year, likely. You know what I mean? And then I'm pretty sure we'll figure something out, or maybe because there's a world where we don't have either of them next year, right? He's definitely going to be really interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's I hate that. Like when I watch like highlights and shit, it's like it's just all good. It's really good. And then like I just think about what he could do with Shanahan and like
the way he's where he really showed his face to the world. He's like the best player on the field during that fucking game.
Yeah, and like he's going to use as a slot guy. And that's like where Brock hella shines, like in with the timing routes and the intermediate shit, like over the middle of the field. You know what I mean? So like, and but everybody eats there too, not just whoever's in our slot. Because sometimes it's CMC out of the slot or even that. You know what I mean? Just over the middle is where Brock favors shit. And it's not that he's bad outside the numbers at all. It's just that this is like where his completion rating, all that shit is like stellar. You know what I mean? And that's where that the guy Slick Rick is probably going to be utilized. You know what I mean? I mean, Kittle, it sucks because he's just doing what he wants to do. He's just out there as a pro wrestler. He's just throwing people around. He's blocking and shit. You know what I mean? So there is. It's not like there's too many mouths to eat or to feed over that middle. You know what I mean? Like the kid could actually, especially when there's no more Debo, is what I'm saying. You know what I
mean? Yeah, and.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, so we did. So they got rid of Jennings. And was Jennings on the field a lot of the time?
No, Jennings is
still
there. Yeah, he's still there. Joanna Jennings, bro.
We extended him.
Yeah, Joanna Jennings, bro.
Man, okay.
Shout out to the Joanna man. And he's a third down specialist.
Okay.
Joanna man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
it's an odd move that they went up and grabbed a receiver there. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just about shout out to my man Steamboat. He said it best. He's like, it's just time. You know what I mean? Like, you go through cycles, you know what I mean? And like, but yeah, if you ask me, I believe going into the new generation, like life after CMC and Debo. I'm assuming that it'll be the Brock and Brandon Ayuk and then Ricky Pearsall if he pans out. Because here's the thing: when we drafted Ayuk, we could have got CeeDee Lamb. So there's just and imagine if we got CeeDee Lamb, he might have been in the same situation right now, just barely stringing together a couple 1,000-yard seasons just because he's on
Ayuk. I think if Ayuk was on a team like the Cowboys, though, where force fed him all those targets, the numbers would be a little bit more splashy.
100%. That's what I was just saying right now, because he's been on the Niners.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When we get something like Pearsall, it's a little head scratcher for me, but it was the same way I felt when we drafted Ayuk, and I was like, okay, I just have to trust this motherfucker Shanahan, because I know he's the one who's like, no, I'm getting this guy. And they're like, all right, you know what I mean. But it's also smart if you really believe in this guy that much that you could squeeze this 5 years out of him because he's in the first round. You know what I mean? Lad McConkey, I would have loved that.
Yeah, I had him on my board much higher than.
What I see with him though is a lot more finesse. That's why I think it's great that he landed with the Chargers, because
Herbert.
He's accustomed to having a Keenan Allen guy who runs real tight routes, and and predominantly out of the slot, and just be like a safety valve. I hope that's what McConkey develops into. I do think if I was to get in Shanahan's, because he's a Sagittarius as well, if I was getting in his head, I would say it's definitely the physicality aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Shanahan's very much a his guys kind of guy, and he must have used Ricky Pearsall as more of his guy.
His guy, but I definitely
a little more gritty, a little more
guy.
Physical. Yeah, exactly.
He's down to get dirty over that middle. He's down to block. You know what I mean? He's with the shit. You know what I mean?
Facts. So, all right, cool. I think it's a good time to put a bow on this one, fellas. Appreciate y'all. We'll definitely be rocking more. Oh yeah, Bogey, before we go, let them know about the GWN.
Oh yeah, we launching a brand new channel. You know what I mean? Look, be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? And also wherever you find your music at, you know what I mean? Apple, Spotify, all that shit. Go check out my new project OMW. And we actually just dropped another joint today. It's called Bogardy McFly. It's on YouTube right now, but it'll be on the streaming platforms by the end of this week. And on June 1st, dropping the Bruce Wayne album. We be dropping hella music, bro. Fuck with me, Bogard Scott free. Check me out on all streaming platforms. Universe, give me money. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. I think that's gonna do it. Appreciate y'all. We'll keep y'all updated about this Gen Wealth Dynasty League. We'll have some recaps for after the rounds. Try to do a few updates here and there, and then of course get the shows going for those. I'm gonna spill the beans as far as what my show is gonna be on the Gen Wealth Network. It's gonna be a debate show called "In My Humble Opinion." So we're gonna get that launched. Gonna have some debates going. It's gonna be really fun. We're gonna keep it. It's gonna be going, but we're gonna have we'll explain the rules later once we launch it. So anyway, that's gonna be lit. In My Humble Opinion, it's gonna be on Wednesday nights. So yeah, the Gen Wealth Network, y'all look out for it.
So are you doing the moderating, or are you gonna be the?
That's his show.
What we talking about on the debate channel?
It's gonna evolve. Probably at first I'll probably do a little bit of both, and then hopefully as it goes we can get. I always have at least one guest, but then hopefully we could eventually get a full-time moderator, or maybe I'll just become the full-time moderator and have to. We'll just go as it'll grow organically.
I watch a lot of debate on YouTube, and I don't think I could think of one single fantasy football debate show.
Here you go. This is gonna be your go-to. In my humble opinion, fantasy football debates, y'all. In my humble opinion. So, and Tito, he's a master debater. Hell yeah.
Hey, I was about to say I seen him, but I had to pause.
Okay, right. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this one. We'll be back soon. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace out. Guruuu Nation. Oh, yeah. Mock Draft Monday's coming soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. Peace out.
Monday coming back to the Guruuu